Ted Cruz has proposed that Texas extend the state's Republican advantage in the U.S. House of Representatives to a full Democratic wipeout if Gavin Newsom goes ahead with a proposal to redraft congressional maps in his state in response to a similar plan by Republicans in Texas.
Well, Gavin Newsom is dishonest and he is a hypocrite. And if you look across the country, virtually all of the most egregious partisan gerrymanders in the country are perpetrated by Democrats.
Democrats and Republicans in the Lone Star State are embroiled in an escalating showdown over the GOP's efforts to redraw the congressional map to gain 5 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives as the 2026 midterms loom. Democratic Governor Newsom has threatened to proceed with redistricting in California so that his party has a majority in the U.S. House, and he has urged Trump to stop Republican-governed states, such as Texas, from redistricting. The Republican governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, warned this week that he could eliminate 10 of his state's 12 Democratic-held seats if the two parties were to launch a nationwide battle to redraw congressional maps. Cruz, responding to Newsom's threat, went one better and raised the specter of Republicans winning all of the state's 38 seats.
A friend from the Senate, Ted Cruz. Senator Cruz, your state is going to add, we think, you still need elections, you're going to add 5 Republicans. So the breakdown in your state will be 30 Republicans, 7 Democrats, 1 vacancy. In California, where they bypassed the Constitution, which was okay with the state Supreme Court, which is loaded with Democrats, it's going to go, they have 52 members. They're going to have 48 Democrats and 4 Republicans. So effectively, California will not be representing its people in any respect, any way you look at it. Texas, 30-7, almost looks like you're being way too liberal for the Democrats, if you ask me, when you look at what's happening in California. I'm being sarcastic, but you get the point. So this guy Newsom really is a fraud and a phony, isn't he? He's doing this for the Democrats. He's doing this for the hardcore leftists. But he is denying the franchise to millions and millions of Californians, isn't he?
Well, Gavin Newsom is dishonest and he is a hypocrite. And if you look across the country, virtually all of the most egregious partisan gerrymanders in the country are perpetrated by Democrats. California, right now today, 58% of California votes Democrat. The current congressional delegation in California is 43 Democrats and 9 Republicans. That is 83% Democrat right now. So 58% votes Democrat. They get 83% of the delegation. How about Illinois? Illinois, 54% of Illinois votes Democrat. Their congressional delegation is 14 Democrats and just 3 Republicans. That's 82%. 54% of the state gets 82% of the delegation. How about Massachusetts? Massachusetts actually says to California and Illinois, sit down, hold my beer. Massachusetts, about 35% of the state votes Republican. They get 0 congressional representation. There are 9 congressional seats in Massachusetts. All 9 are drawn to elect Democrats. It is 9-0, 100% Democrat. Now, how about Texas? Texas right now, about 56% of the state votes Republican. The current breakdown is 24 Republicans, 14 Democrats. That's 63%. So 56% of the state is electing 63% of the delegation. The new map that is drawn to elect 5 more Republicans is going to take Texas from 63% to 76%. 76% is still less than California. It is less than Illinois. It is less than Massachusetts. It is less than Connecticut. It is less than Maryland. It is less than the egregious partisan gerrymanders. And what does Gavin Newsom say? Well, 83% is not enough. We want to basically obliterate the 40-some-odd% of Californians who vote Republican. We want to take away their ability to elect any Republicans to Congress. I agree with you, Mark. If California does this, Texas ought to go back. We can redraw our map to elect all Republicans. If they're going to do that, Gavin Newsom is telling you he doesn't care about democracy. He cares about Democrats being in power. If they're going to do that, we ought to press back. And because the Democrats have been so abusive on this, If Newsom wants to start this arms race, there are a bunch of other Republican states that can redraw their maps. And at the end of the day, we would see a significant increase between 12 and 14 new Republicans in the House if every state starts doing this. So Newsom ought to be really careful about the fights he's picking. Although, to be honest, he doesn't care. What he's really doing is auditioning for the left-wing socialist and Israel-hating lunatics in the Democrat Party because he wants to be president in 28. And for him, for Gavin Newsom, this is all about presidential politics in 28.
But Gavin Newsom isn't that bright, because Gavin Newsom has to understand the whole country's not California, where the Democrats have such a significant advantage over the Republicans. And Republicans throughout the country should also take note, independents throughout the country should also take note, that what Gavin Newsom has done in California destroyed it in every way, in every conceivable way. Now he's destroying one man, one vote, which is a belief that we've had for a long time in this country, Ted Cruz. He is desperate to get the Democrat nomination. But if he gets it, in my view, as a result of this and all the rest, but particularly this, he's not going to get many Republican or independent votes.
Texas Democrats are thwarting the redistricting effort by state Republicans that, based on the previous election's results, could add 5 seats for the GOP in the U.S. House. They fled Texas to prevent the necessary quorum in the state legislature. Texas' plan to redraw legislative district boundaries has kicked off a broader fight between blue and red states, not just with California. At least 9 states, including New York, have said they are considering redrawing their maps, according to officials and media reports.